In this video, we're going to be looking at how we can source advice, changes, and ideas from comparing other people's hobbies. Sometimes by exploring how somebody engages with their hobby can give you ideas on how to enjoy your hobby more, fix problems, or bring some needed spice and fun to your hobby. Discussing and sharing can help people. At least I hope it does, as it's pretty much what all I do on this channel. What if nobody actually finds these videos helpful? Huh. Oh well, I'm having fun putting myself out there, so I can't complain. Let's get on with the episode. Now, you can get inspiration and ideas from many sources when it comes to hobbies. There's nothing better than researching the hobby of those who also take part in your hobby. Or maybe they even have a YouTube channel dedicated to their hobby. I'm not sure who would do that. Sometimes you can be new to a hobby and need to know the basics, such as what equipment is needed, even the skill set to take part in it. By viewing blogs, videos, or studying another person who already does the hobby, they can give you ideas how to get started and get going from there to be inspired to progress even further. I would start via resources you might already be familiar with. For example, I like YouTube, Reddit, Discord. I would use those resources to learn, new things and get ideas for your new hobby. You might utilize others, but you'd be surprised about the information that's out there to help you. For example, the feedback in the comment section of my videos gives me so many ideas and inspiration for future content. You are all my muses and keep me going and improving this hobby. Too much? Sometimes a hobby can become less engaging and stagnant and even boring. It's an idea, if this becomes your situation and you want to continue with the hobby, to look at others who do that hobby as well to keep it fresh. This could range from, let's see, setting yourself goals, challenges, handicaps, or just branching out to tournaments and groups. It can be refreshing to get other people's perspectives before you evolve your own hobby. Make sure before you look out for ideas for refreshing your hobby, if you've got something in mind, you can narrow your research down. It's easy to get lost in all the information out there. If not sure what you would like to change or, what you're going to look for, go find some blogs or content creators who specialize in your hobby, or speak to people in your hobby group, for recommendations. Or you could even leave a comment in this video with your hobby, and maybe somebody from our community can help you point in the right direction to find inspiration for your hobby. Now, while you're doing all this research, reviewing, or simply exploring the world around your hobby, you can even create new ideas from inspiration from said research. You know yourself better than anyone else. Sometimes it just takes a little push to get that light bulb moment, to get yourself going. Have a look what's out there and just hopefully you'll be inspired, but be open to new ideas and don't be afraid to make changes. Sometimes small and big changes are needed so your needs are met. There's been times where a physical change in location meant I had to look for new areas to participate in my hobby. This is just a realistic move towards, maintaining my hobby. But sometimes we need to make those changes so it works out for the best in the long run. If you're wanting to get ideas and inspiration for your hobby, there are so many sources out there for you to look at. But here's a small list of my own to get you going. TV can be a great source for ideas, information, and inspiration. You can either find something on there to relates to your hobby. Say you've got a hobby of skateboarding. You could watch documentaries or tournaments. This could give you ideas for new tricks to practice or find information about professionals or the history of the sport. Sometimes I found inspiration from a TV show that I didn't even realize was relating to my hobby, or that I could even find a connection. I guess you just need to be open to new ideas and inspiration. Sometimes if, say, social media and content creation space is just too saturated for your hobby, maybe check out a TV series or a movie or a documentary. Just by watching these, they could give you ideas, motivation, or simply just give you another means to enjoy your hobby without even participating in it. Social media brings people together, be it in those similar or different from you. but it's a space to find something, even if it's something you can absorb and gather, and it's not for you, then there's so much out there we can compare and learn from. Entering social media space can be overwhelming, but sometimes there are people you meet that will resonate with you. Be it on the same mind space, or they explain things like nobody else before regarding your hobby. For me, when I found out about my autism, the neurodivergent space on social media was very overwhelming for me. And finding a handful of content creators on and off social media spoke to me and resonated in a way others didn't. From there, I found a community that spoke to me and was the inspiration and the courage I needed to start this journey, in the hope I could foster a community that helps others like they helped me. Finding a spot in and out of social media that connects to you, a community revolving around your hobby and interest, is a powerful thing for personal growth and development. But also, over time, you can contribute to the community and help others who may be in a similar situation to you. One of my favorite places to find information and start discussions within a community is Reddit and Discord. There are many communities on there. You can simply start a discussion on a specific subject matter of interest, get people's views, insights onto that matter. Now, as with most things, take people's responses with a pinch of salt. Grain of salt? Okay, I'm useless with phrases. Somebody help me with this in the comments. I forgot the point I was trying to make. Because there will always be those that might not, share your views and opinions. But it's a good way to get a discussion going, and you might just find things you didn't even know you were looking for. For example, when I'm going through a gaming phase, I love to start discussions on Reddit and Discord about topics within the game. But I find it fascinating the number of times the community has pointed me in the direction of even more discoveries I never even knew about. Just remember, there's always somebody out there who knows more secret areas and information than yourself. It's a great source of finding information. Now, I'm not one for self-promotion. It feels really awkward. But what about this channel? We're not focused on a specific hobby, but the topics we cover hopefully help those that watch them. Even if it's, say, looking at their hobbies in new ways and self-discovering along the way. Some of my videos do go down the rabbit hole, and sometimes I forget the point I was actually trying to make. But sometimes I'm reminded by the community that it does help them. I remember getting a message about the video regarding organising your hobby, that it saved them so much time. It was just by taking a minute to take stock of the hobby that gave them the realization that they have so much organised clutter. They had a moment of realization to make change. Wait, maybe I should do some more organizing hobby videos. Maybe discuss some specific techniques I use. See, I've gone down the rabbit hole again and lost my point completely. Okay. Let's move on to the next part of the video before we fall deeper down the hole. I'm really, really enjoying this Alice in the Wonderland reference a little too much. Let's move on next bit. Okay, we've touched on the ways we can compare, how we can get information and the resources available to us to aid our hobbies. But what benefit does this have on our hobbies or even ourselves? There's such a good feeling when you discover something new about your hobby you didn't know before, had limited information on, or never had the motivation to even research it. The purpose of looking into the matter further could be by accident or even with purpose. Yet new concepts and things to try in a hobby can bring new enjoyments, new complications, but just also excitement. When you've discovered something new about your hobby, don't be afraid to hit the research. Find the ideal path of discovery in either ones we've prior discussed or some others you prefer. All of them just to learn as much as you can about, changes to your hobby for the better. Some hobbies can be very skill and technique dependent. When I make the mistake of taking up a physical and technique heavy hobby, I soon find out that researching the hobby goes a long way due to my lack of physical prowess. I've learned so much via discussions, blogs, and content creation regarding cycling, which has quickly become one of my favourite hobbies. Don't get me wrong, I normally go for 5 minutes before I feel like my chest is going to explode or my legs are going to fall off. But in those 5 minutes, it's an amazing hobby. Now, through the community, I've been able to improve my body positioning to improve performance and prevent injury. I've known which equipment to focus on for my needs, and not to mention how I keep it all clean and functioning, which is a nightmare. Don't take for granted the experience and wisdom of others. There's always more to learn and to help ourselves. Which reminds me, maybe I should do some research on improving my cycling endurance. 5 minutes is not a lot, people. Not everybody is sociable, research focused, or self motivated. As such, it can be really beneficial just to be pointed in the right direction so you can get the help you need. Maybe find the subreddit for your hobby. Ask the question you've been struggling about and see what comes back. It can be as simple as that. If you don't fancy Reddit, maybe just leave a question in the comments section of this video and our community will try and help you. See, this type of mindset also improves those shortcomings. By taking those first steps to improve or even just research, you're creating improvements for yourself. So, for example, for me, when I start doing research, it helps me improve my social skills when I get into discussions with fellow hobbyists, as it's something I lack. By putting myself into that situation, I help to improve my shortcomings, that is, my social skills. No matter the outcome, always look for a positive to every adventure and discovery. From my perspective, you watching this video helps me know that somebody is engaging with what I have to offer and that they could pay it forward by helping other people. Now, this last one is a bit of a wild card, but sometimes, even if you don't feel the need to research, compare techniques or skill sets, and may not want to learn anything new, what about experimentation within your hobby? You might be the creative person who doesn't mind doing something outside the box. I could be watching a film with my partner, and afterwards, the story could have made me wonder if the actions or concepts within that movie could be implemented into my hobby or an aspect of my life. I've tried so many wacky ideas and experimented within my life and hobbies just out of pure curiosity. If you've had any of those moments of experimentation, exploration, and spicing up your hobby, let me know in the comments. I can't wait to read about your journey. On the other hand, if you've had any experiences of developing your hobby via what we've mentioned or not even mentioned here today, I want to hear about those experiences and what you took away from it. As always, feel free to ask me and the community a question, and we'd be more than happy to try and help you. Although I might send you down the rabbit hole, but you never know what you might find along the way. I hope you found this video useful. I hope you're inspired to explore the world surrounding your hobby, and there are so many amazing people out there wanting and willing to help you. Don't be afraid to take that first step exploring your hobby even further. Let us know how that experience goes. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, maybe consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more chaotic videos like this, consider subscribing, and you might just enjoy future content. Don't forget to check out the description for video recommendations, other content creator recommendations, and hopefully helpful information. But also, if you didn't notice, there's a bonus at the bottom of the description you might just discover. Somebody let me know how many times I referenced going down the rabbit hole. I'm really curious. I look forward to hearing about your hobbies and discoveries. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video and in the comments section, and happy hobbying. I really can't end videos well. Maybe I'll check out these videos and playlists that magically appear at the end of the video. Maybe they will be of interest to you. If not, have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in the next video.